Finding the equation in point-slope form requires only two things. There's a slope of the line and a point that the line is passing through. I'm going to show you two different scenarios you will see when looking for lines in point-slope form. Now, this is the easiest scenario that you're going to see with a question like this. Notice that we are given the slope, which is 1/3, and it is crossing through the point 2, -1. So like I mentioned, you need two things, the point that it's passing through and the slope. So we need our x1 and our y1, and we need our slope. Looking at the problem, you can see that our x1 and our y1 is going to be 2, -1, and our slope is simply 1/3. So we're going to go ahead and plug that into the equation that we have there on the right. So we're going to have y minus y1 is going to be -1 equals the m, which is 1/3, times x minus x1, which is going to be 2. So let's just simplify the left side because we have those two negatives there, and that's going to become y plus 1 is equal to 1/3 times x minus 2. And typically they want you to leave your answer like this because this is exactly point slope form. This is scenario number 2. It's the same type of problem, but notice that in this case they don't give you the slope, but they give you 2 points that the line is crossing through. So right away we know our x1 and our y1. In this case you can choose any of the 2 points that we have. I'm going to choose the first one, -5, 13. So down below I know that x1, y1 is -5, 13. So we're good in that sense. Now we need to go ahead and find the slope. It's not given to us. We don't know how to find it just yet. But we have to remember that the slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And since we're given 2 coordinates, we can go ahead and utilize this equation to find our slope. So this is going to be -3 minus 13 over 3 minus -5. And if I simplify that, I'm going to get -16 over +8, and that's going to be -2. Now I have my slope, I have my x1, y1, so I can go ahead and plug that into the equation that we have on the right, which is a point slope form. So I have y minus y1, which is 13, equals -2 times x minus -5. We don't have to do any simplifying on the left side, but on the right side, you'll see that we have those 2 negatives. So let's go ahead and turn that into a +5. Y minus 13 equals -2 times x plus 5. And once again, we have found our equation in point slope form.